This season of Beyond the Brand is brought to you by Leader. For more information, visit leader.co. When your professional title falls away, what's left? For our next guest, a sudden layoff became the ultimate catalyst to decouple her self-worth from her career. From climbing Mount Kilimanjaro to leading costume design for film, she rebuilt a bulletproof confidence rooted in internal strength rather than temporary roles. Today, she guides professionals to stop letting external circumstances dictate their value and start rooting their identity in the proven abilities like resilience, adaptability, and courage that no company can ever take away. Please welcome Maganthy Rajagopalan. And Maganthy, when you look back at the hardest part of a past uncertainty, what specific action did you take to get through it?
So when I look back, and you talking about like one specific action, I paused and I reflected on similar challenges that I've faced in my life and actually what got me through it. So it's not the outcome of the challenges that I have gone through, like what is the final outcome, but what in me or what actions that I specifically took to overcome those challenges. So that had been my focus. I pretty much questioned myself, right? So what is it that I had done that I got me through that? And then identifying specific abilities in me or my strengths that keep getting me through difficult situations is what became my confidence. So that is where I stopped to think and let myself go back in time to figure out.
So many times,
yeah,
most individuals find themselves married to their work, and their work becomes them and they become their work.
Yeah.
How did you decide or be able to disconnect from that?
It was not easy because for the longest time I had associated myself with a title. So my job, my title was everything to me. And I think a lot of us mostly do that. And when I realized that my confidence, what comes from within me, is actually what I inherently possess, is when I was able to make that decision that it is what defines me is my inner skill and abilities and not a title which is temporary. I realized that my skill and abilities is actually what got me the title in the first place, and it can get me again. It can get me a title again. So the title was given to me and it is temporary. But my inner skills are permanent. They are within me and they can get me to any title that I want to. So that's how I shifted my mindset. It was a shift of mindset, and it took me time to like get to that. But once that mindset came, like, confidence was not just like just a feeling, but I could actually associate it with actual abilities within me, that actually gave me the confidence to be able to get through things.
How do you help other people get through the similar situation? Do you have specific steps that folks need to go through to get to success on the other side?
So I actually ask people to like pause and reflect on the challenges that they have already overcome, and not the outcome of those challenges, but actually what in them got them through those specific challenges. Like identify like a skill, right? Or an ability within you. Like, were you like, was it like creativity, or was it like inner strength or resilience? Let's identify that got you through that challenge, right? Given that you were successful. So if you are going to be in, fortunately, unfortunately, in a different similar situation again, let's just trust that that quality is going to get you through. Let's bring up that from within you. So that actually resonates right away with individuals. They're like, oh yeah, it's like a oh yeah moment, right? I did get through that because of this thing within me, and then I was successful. And this is just another situation that I'll have to navigate. So getting people to that path has been like really helpful. It gets them to think about things that they have achieved several times in the past, like moments, not just like, oh, I worked hard and I pulled through or I pushed through, not that, but actually, what did you do then? What were the steps you took to overcome a problem? So that is something that I hone on and get people to think through and guide them through eventually, and not just focus on what's going to be the end result. Am I going to be successful? What's going to be my next title? How am I going to address myself? Instead of that, let's think about you yourself and your abilities with what you will define yourself.
So, Maganthy, if your next job title vanished tomorrow,
Yeah.
what parts of your talent, your character, and your worth would remain completely untouched?
I actually always think of this every day that I'm today on the I have this job, but who knows, right? It's just a title and it's temporary, and it might just vanish tomorrow. And I'm not gonna like make the same mistake of like giving my all to it. So to the title. So what remains in me is the strength that I have within me. I'm very resilient. I am very creative and I am very persistent. So in my experience, I have seen that those are the qualities that have gotten me through. And I don't hesitate to try something new and take risks. And all these different are something that I figured out only when I was impacted by the layoff. And that stayed with me. And I've got this renewed sense of, a confidence, like, my confidence is backed by actual things that I have overcome and achieved in life. And that will just remain with me no matter like, even if my title disappears or no matter the situation that comes across in life, I'm like, I just know that I will be able to get through it.
The thing that I love of what you said is that your title is temporary. Yeah. And I think if more people take time to let that sink in and start concentrating on their own strengths, like you said, what got them that title in the first place, everything would work out in the end. If folks want more information on how to get in touch with you, to talk to you, maybe they're going through that same situation and need some advice and just need to find out more from you, how can they do that?
Well, they can look me up on LinkedIn. I have my LinkedIn profile there, which is just my first name and my last name. I'm also active on Instagram. I do post weekly reels with a little quote about like a series that I'm doing, which is called weekly reminders for 2026, where every week I post a reminder where people can like just listen to it and reflect upon it and understand that it's just me and qualities within me. So either LinkedIn or Instagram.
All right, Maganthy, thanks so much for joining us today and sharing your story. I'm sure there are lots of folks out there that can identify with you.